I know in the last couple of videos I've started off with a joke, but here I want to be serious. The Paladin is my favorite class in World of Warcraft. It is what originally drew me to the game. It is where I get my online handle from. Nimicry is a Paladin. And with these changes, honestly, in spite of myself, I feel the hype. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's Nim or Nimicry if you're feeling professional, and welcome to the YouTube video. Today we are doing the Shadowlands class update for Paladins. So before we get started, I do want to mention I stream on Twitch Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be something on the screen that shows what that is. Let's get into the Paladin. Paladin. As devoted servants of the light, Paladins can tap into its holy power to protect their friends and vanquish their enemies. In the original version of the game, Paladins had several categories of spells that transcended their specializations, such as seals, blessings, and auras. Let us not remember Vanilla Paladin. Seal, Judge, Seal, Judge, Seal, Judge. Then when you got to a little higher level where you actually fought some undead, there was another spell. I forget exactly what the name of the spell was at this time, but that being said, it was, you couldn't die, but you also did auto attack damage, and on occasion, judgment. While we feel that not all these categories of spells make sense for the modern game, having those categories defined the Paladin class. We want to restore that feeling of shared spell categories with the unification of the Paladin resource system, and the restoration of several iconic abilities including auras. While a few of these are situational utility, they play well into the Paladin's archetype as a Holy Avenger and Bane of the Undead. Yes, no, I remember, look, Holy Wrath, Exorcism, Turn Evil, Sense Undead. These were all abilities that we had as Paladins at one point, and I loved playing as the Paladin. The thing that really got me to play the Paladin was the Bubble and Holy Shock. You may be like, Nim, really? Bubble and Holy Shock is all? Yes, that's all it took, was Bubble and Holy Shock, because I remember seeing Vanilla like, I can be invincible. What? Yeah, like I can be invincible. I can't do any damage. That's fine. I can keep people alive. I can do other things. And then Holy Shock was like, this either hurts your enemies, heals your friends. Using obviously healing your friends mostly. Now, let's go over the general changes. Blessing of Sacrifice, Hammer of Wrath, Sense Undead, Shield of the Righteous, Turn Evil, and Word of Glory will be available to all Paladins regardless of their specialization. So, that is a big deal. I like that. I have no beef with any of those. It'll be interesting to see a Holy Paladin use Shield of the Righteous, which means that there will no longer be two-handed or holy builds, unless that's somehow available without that. So for those who like the two-handed holy builds, well, sorry, you're using a shield now. Or you can't have like a tome, unless you could be like, Book of the Righteous, whap! Orb of the Righteous, smash! Lantern of the Righteous, be blinded! You know, like something like that. Word of Glory is very useful, and of course Hammer of Wrath being our execute. Big fan of Hammer of Wrath. I love Hammer of Wrath. I love that it's baseline. Holy Power returns as a resource for all Paladins, used to fight off attackers and defend their allies. Hold on for that. Abilities such as Crusader Strike and Hammer of Wrath grant Holy Power on use, which can then be spent to call upon their most powerful forms of light, including Word of Glory and Shield of the Righteous, to vanquish foes and protect allies. As Champions of Light, all Paladins can use powerful auras to safeguard and enhance their allies. Concentration Aura returns to all Paladins, reducing the duration of interrupts and silences. A redesigned Retribution Aura allows Paladins to avenge fallen allies for a short burst of avenging wrath, giving these holy warriors the strength to vanquish evil or keep the remaining allies on their feet. Crusader and Devotion Auras are also available to all Paladins. All Paladins will have access to more talents that allow them to manipulate and spend Holy Power. The Divine Purpose talent will be available for all Paladins to select and standardized for all specializations. Oh, okay. Okay, so my favorite iteration of Protection Paladin was late game Warlords of Draenor. Right? You had Divine Purpose, Holy Power, and the ability to pretty reliably reset Avenger's Shield. That was my ideal Prot Paladin. I loved Prot Paladin there. Because it'd be like, oh, I throw Avenger's Shield. Hey, look, I get to do it again! Bing, bang, bing, 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 and you just kept throwing it around. And every time you threw a shield, because of the set bonus, you got an Absorb Shield thrown on you. So it was just, you were a monster. You were an absolute monster in PvE. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Allowing the abilities that spend Holy Power to have a decent chance to make the next Holy Power spending ability free and increase damage or healing output. Holy Avenger allows the generation of huge bursts of Holy Power in a short window, while Seraphim allows the Paladin to spend their Holy Power to increase their secondary stats for a moderate amount of time. Alright, I like Seraphim for a high skill build. Some people enjoy the Seraphim build. Me, not so much. But if you can use it with Divine Purpose, hey, who knows? That might be a lot of fun. You can have these temporary stab boosts like, hey, what if we just give you 750 haste? Oh, okay. Oh, and 750 critical strike and mastery. Oh, well now. Let's, that's a horse of a different color. And seeing as how I'm Alliance, all we have are horses. Holy. The Azurite trait Glimmer of Light moves to a space in the level 50 talent row, competing with a powerful existing option such as Beacon of Faith, while Holy Paladin's Aura talent row has been replaced by a class-wide Aura bar. Aura Mastery continues to give the Holy Paladins the unique ability to give any Aura special empowerment. Okay, I like that. It's good. A lot of, from what I understand, back in Nyalotha right now, Glimmer of Light builds are, if you're a good Glimmer of Light player, you're rocking meters in both DPS and heals. Protection. To better uphold their oath to protect the innocent, Protection Paladins now exude Shining Light, a new passive that makes the next cast of Word of Glory free whenever Judgment critically strikes, enabling Protection Paladins to shield themselves and defend their allies from attackers. Okay, that's not a big change, and usually when Judgment critically strikes, usually would give an extra Holy Power or have a chance to give you a charge back. So I'm good with that. That's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. I think the bigger changes are in the generalization and the general talents of the Paladin. So let's move on to Retribution, the spec that I play currently when I'm playing. The darkest places within the Shadowlands inspire Retribution Paladins to perform valorous acts in the name of the light. Wake of Ashes is now available to all Retribution Paladins instead of needing to be picked as a talent? Yes! Oh my god, that's so good. So for those who don't know, we'll pause here. Wake of Ashes did its, you swing, big swing, 5 Holy Power. Fully maxes out your Holy Power and just adds so much rotation. In Legion, it was great because you got to do that you could do that inside a burst window, or you right before a burst window, because it didn't affect, I believe your mastery didn't affect Wake of Ashes damage. It just gave you the 5 Holy Power, so it's just boom, 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 boom. It was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Allowing these Holy Warriors to vanquish evil with a blow so powerful it damages all foes close to its impact and reduces any survivor's movement speed significantly. Now that's interesting. It's never had a snare before. It did have a dot effect. Never had a snare. Demon and undead enemies are further crippled with a substantial stun when struck by the ability. Yeah, and that's the stun. It used to have a 6-second stun on a 30-second cooldown. Sorry, a 6-second AoE stun on a 30-second cooldown. Now, of course, the cooldown was increased with Battle for Azeroth. Let's hope they drop it just a little bit. Imperium Power, previously an Azurite trait, will be available as a talent, giving Crusader Strike a moderate chance to make the next Divine Storm cost no Holy Power and increase the damage dealt by a significant amount. Alright, I like that. Great. That's amazing for AoE fights. Some people told me, you know, Nim, I don't like the Paladin changes. I don't see it. I love it. I love everything about the Paladin changes. I love the fact that they're giving me seals, auras, things back. I love the fact that Retribution gets all their talents. I like that Protection is probably going to be mostly unchanged. And, of course, Holy, if you like to play Glimmer of Light, and I really never got a chance to mess around with it. People who played it said, I love it, and from what I understand, Method they were rated as the top, like, PvE healer. So, you know, I don't know what you want from me there. I think the Paladins coming into Shadowlands is a good place. Now, of course, as always, these are alpha changes. They can change, and we never know. But tell me what you think. Has the passion for the light that I exude swayed you? Are you going to roll Protection with big shields? Bash! Drop consecrations and say, I am literally holier than thou? Maybe two-handed big swords, swing, swing, with a Retribution? Or perhaps you'll be like Glimmer of Light, and I'm just going to heal, I'm gonna hot everybody up and set everything going, and keep my allies alive. I don't know, let me know in the comments below. My name was Nim, or Nimicry if you're feeling professional. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, sub, all that stuff. And I will be back with the next video. Enjoy life.